Well, all right, it is. And oh, that hot mic is just a little bit hot. Let me bring that down just a little bit as you, actually, if I just talk at a normal tone instead of yelling at you, that would probably work too. Hey, it's been a long time since I've live streamed. I am so out of practice. As a matter of fact, I'm going to bring that mic down just a little bit more. Let me know in chat, gentlemen, how things are. If the sound, I know you let me know about the music. I really appreciate that. But it has been a long time since I've done a live stream, and I'm trying to figure out all my stuff again, but I think I pulled that one off without a hitch, that start, and that start sometimes does drive me a little bit crazy with everything I've got going on. So again, happy Sunday to each of you. We are in October, which just bewilders me how quickly we got here. But before we do anything else, I think we do need to spend a little bit of time talking about somebody in chat. This is somebody who's been a problem child with us forever, and I kid. By the way, what I'm talking about today, though, is everybody congratulate Mislav. He is in chat. He is my executive producer, and he is a married man now. So I want everybody in chat to get in there and congratulate him. He was kind enough to send me a text or a not text, that's all work stuff, a Discord message to let me know that he was tying the knot. He actually sent a wonderful picture, and I won't show it here because I don't want to belay his trust, but he actually even sent me a picture to let me know and showed me he and his lovely bride headed somewhere. I would assume that that was a honeymoon, but it was so good. Put a big smile on my face, and I really appreciate you reaching out, Mislav. Thank you so much for sharing that. Just a great way to start our day and just kind of bring our community together too in the chat today, and congratulate you once again on your wedded bliss, which I'm sure it will be. You hang in there, my friend. I'm looking forward to hearing all about your honeymoon or whatever has happened since. Not all about it. I don't want to know all about your honeymoon, but did you go somewhere? Let us know. We look forward to hearing more about you. He says, and here, let's see if I can get it on here. There we go. Thank you all. It's only official now. We've been together forever. So it doesn't matter when you make it official. You just made it official. You put a ring on it, as we say in America, right? If you liked it, you must have put a ring on it. That's a little more non-retro, but you get what I'm saying. So really good to have that. Feel free to show the picture. All right, okay, we'll see if maybe I can figure out how to make that happen in a little bit. So, oh wait, you know what? I might be able to do that. Hold on. So bear with me. Again, I am out of practice. Let's see, and I got to do a couple things here to make this work for me. Let me pull this up here. Hold on just a second. While I'm pulling that up, let me tell you what we've got on tap today. We have something special in the lab today. We have this guy right here. It is the Atari 800XL. I'm going to tell you a lot more about that, but I am also going to tell you a little bit about how I got that item. Let's see. I have Discord. I thought I had Discord up. Hold on just a second here. It is loading. It is actually updating, as Discord does like to do. So let me see if we can get that going here. Did you know? There we go. All right, let's see if I can find that picture. There he is. And now I have to find that picture. Where did we put that, Mislav? Was that in the? I thought it was a direct message to me, but maybe it was in the. Surely it wasn't under water cooler, was it? Here, let me see if Mislav can tell me where he sent that to me. Looking at, let's see, just a warning. I look like a moron every day, not just here. Haha, very funny. Let's see, where was I? You're distracting me now. Let's get back to here and, oh man, knew I shouldn't have tried to do this. Was it under the water cooler maybe? Let's see, maybe it was under the water cooler. Let me check the water cooler here and see if that's where we put that picture. It was not. Mislav, where did you send that picture to me? I'm sure it was, I thought it was in direct messages, but I'm not sure why it's not showing up. You didn't delete that, did you? Let's see. Maybe it's under somewhere else. Let me see if Mislav has responded here to let me know where we put it. Discord, DM, and announcements. That's right. You put it in the announcements. That's right. It was too big to hold in somewhere else. It is in announcements. You are absolutely right. That just brought back memories for me. There it is. All right, let me see if I can blow this up here. All right, so we're gonna see if this works. I think this will work. Here we go. I'm gonna go over here and I'm going to say Mac. Oh, almost. Got to, let's see, how's this gonna work? Let me see if I come over here. Okay, so now you're seeing that. So now you're seeing that. So let me pull this one over here. So this is very, this is not easy stuff, people. So here we go. All right, there we go. And lovely picture right there. And there you go. And let's clear out that. Gosh, I got to come over here to clear that out right there. And there you go. There's a picture of the wonderful wedded bliss of two in a car headed somewhere. Don't know. Looks like a nice car though. Are you in some kind of limo there, Ms. Love, or is that the front seat? I cannot tell, but just a beautiful picture. So thrilled again that you shared that with us. Thank you so much. That is such coolness. So little fun stuff happening in the retro community right there. Let me go back to my camera. There we go. Make sure we're good. We are good. So happy to celebrate that along with you. Hopefully we didn't overextend our celebration. I don't think we could overextend it. Ms. Love has just always been such a great supporter of the channel, good virtual friend to say that. We've not had a chance to meet face to face. Some of you I have had a chance to meet face to face, but Ms. Love, one day, hopefully we'll make that happen. But he, again, has just been a great supporter. He is an executive producer. He is the wrench today in the chat room, so he'll be helping us moderate. So thank you for that. And thank you all for congratulating Ms. Love on his nuptials. Outstanding. Driving from church. There we go. Perfect picture to have. So I love that. Yeah, I agree, Taro. Lovely couple for sure. Outstanding. Beautiful. Yay, congrats. Let's get all these up here. I think this is really cool. There's some stuff going on there. Joseph, apologies, is here for us in the chat today and on the live stream. Good to have you. Let's see. I think that, oh, we got a bunch of them up here. Let's go up here. Let's grab these. Evil J, Dave, Xander, there it is. Callus Coder, I think this is your first time with us, right? Callus Coder, let me know if this is your first live stream. I do not remember you being with us, but maybe you are an Atari guy and can help me through this thing that we're going to be looking at. So there we go. Congratulations. And of course, Chris with a congrats, Ms. Love. So just a lot of congratulations there. All right, we'll move on from the festivities. I'm sure we will come back to this at some point. And we have to talk about it, I'm sure, all through the day. So, and Neil's here. Hey, Neil, good to have you here. Neil, we just welcomed, I guess we welcomed the new couple. We congratulated Ms. Love on his wedding this last couple of weeks. So super duper. Thank you, everybody. All right, here's what we have on tap today. I did already mention that we've got the Atari 800, but before we do that, I've got some things that I need to share with you that I'm pretty excited about. Let me check my notes. I do have notes, by the way. I'm trying to stay organized. I do have my notes with me, so we'll be doing that. Let's just, the reason I've been gone for a while, as you all know, the last live stream, I was sick. I mean, I was drinking water and it was not pretty. And I decided to take a little bit of a break. So I took a week off, kind of started feeling a little bit better. And I've had this cough that's, the kind of the COVID cough that just kind of hangs on. I think I got over that. And then just some work stuff, really busy with the paying gig. And then I did this silly thing. I started another channel. So as a matter of fact, you'll look up here. This is not the new channel. This is the channel right now. So, we've got 6,700 subscribers here. But if you look up there, there is a new channel and it is retrocombs-tech. And there you go. It's got 91 subscribers as today. Check that out. But what I tried to do, what I wanted to do, and this has actually been, I know you're going to wonder, why is he distracted over here when he's got this other channel over here? Well, let me tell you what's going on. I've always wanted to get just my tech stuff, my reviews for modern technology, and get that off of the retro channel and just keep the retro channel focused on retro computing. As you all know, I've talked about that. Some of you said, nah, just leave it. We like it. But what I've noticed is that the views are really different and the folks watching are really different. So I decided to pull that away. Now, the point of that is with just 91, I've got to get to 1,000 before that thing ever makes, starts bringing in revenue. But what it's doing for us, I'm not that concerned about it, but what it's doing for me is I'm doing like short form video over there, something from 4 to 8 minutes. And I've developed this system where I can crank stuff out pretty quickly. I've got, as you all know, I've got another little area over here on the workbench where I can record stuff. I've got this for live streams and retro stuff. but it's getting to where I've got a flow now and I can put these things together. I can get scripts together really quickly, and that's going to benefit the retro channel because I've already noticed I can get some stuff quicker here. And one of the other things that I will share with you is the next video. Hey, thanks for posting that, Ms. Love. Appreciate it. Hey, let's see if we get that number up here. If any of you want to hit that subscribe, and you don't have to. Again, I know you're here for retro, but if you're interested in some modern stuff, go ahead and do that. So, but then I get things like this. This was sent to me. This is a MechDIY. This is actually a modern device, but it's very retro. So this will go on the retro channel, right? So the great thing is, because I've got this other one where I figured out how to do these reviews, I can knock this out pretty quickly, pretty thoroughly with some great video. I'm actually starting to do 4K now, which is kind of interesting on top of that. And I can do this on this channel. So it just all gets better and better. 92. All right, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Resubscribes again. Great. So let me share with you what this thing is right here. I'm super excited about this. This was sent to me by MechDIY. This is the first, and I'll do a full video. Like I said, I'm gonna have a full video. This will be on this channel because this is really retro related. Although I'm thinking actually about doing a shorter review video on the other channel, kind of pull them together. But if you want the real skinny on this device, it'll be on the retro channel. Check this out. This was sent to me for free. They asked me if I would take a look at it. I'm not obligated to say anything specific about it or anything, but this is the first handheld I have gotten really excited about for retro gaming. Let me explain why. So you can see this. It's just a standard kind of a PlayStation portable form factor, Steam, Switch, not really Switch, but you know, it's got the kind of standard things. We've got analog buttons here. We got a D-pad here. We have buttons. We do have shoulder buttons here. Again, we'll cover this a lot, but check this out. I'm going to turn it on. Let me get to the first page of emulators. I really want you to see this. This is pretty cool. Let me go back here. But the first thing I saw, let me get down here. Check out these emulators on the very first page. What do you notice in chat? What do you know? Oop, hello. it's going crazy on me. Check it out. This was preloaded with all these games, but the first thing, of course, that I noticed was, of course, I am a huge Atari 2600 fan, right? We go across, you see we have the 5200, 7800, 8-bit, Amiga. Look at that, it's got 241 games. We got arcade games. Over here on the C64, it actually has the C64 emulator, and it's got 217 games already in it. Now, what's really cool is, let me go ahead and get this up here, and let's just go ahead and cycle through. I got it here, there we go. Oh, wrong one. I knew that was going to happen. So you can see, if I can straighten this thing out. Whoop, this is really, there we go. I'm sorry. Get my face out of there. There we go. And you can see all the emulators on this thing. This thing is amazing, but because it's a little lower, little older processor, it's really built for 8-bit and early 16-bit. And again, what I really love about it is I've never seen one where I've turned it on. There's a Commodore 64 emulator on there. It's Vice. I did check that out. And there's games with it. I mean, it's fabulous. I really love it. And of course, you can put more on here. All you need to do, it's basically running retro. Oh, help me out. What is it? It's retro. Oh, anyway, they've got their own skin thing, and it's whatever that thing is. What is the one that we throw on our Raspberry Pis and play games? You guys tell me. I'll put a link, Mr. Landfill. I'll get a link in the video description. I'll try to remember to do that. I also will, they were nice enough to send me a discount code for this, so I'll put that in there too. I'll try and remember to get that in there. Anyway, so that is really going to be kind of cool for you as we learn more about it and I get the video done. The other thing is just so cool, and again, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. These little dials have these little LED lights, and they change. You guys, do you want me to load up a Commodore 64 game? Do you want to see it, or do we have time? Do you guys want to see it? Let me know in chat if you'd like me to see Retro Arch. Thank you very much. Thank you, Callus Coder. That was driving me nuts. Thank you very, and even you messed it up. I'm just teasing with you. I saw it. I'm sure you had a little typo there. So yes, load. Okay, everybody wants to see C64. So here's what we'll do. Let me go to my top down right here. I'm going to have to mess up some stuff here for just a second here. All right, we are going to load. And I need to turn up my volume because the volume is fun on this too. So we're going to load up C64 game. And yeah, we got some stuff here. I'm going to do something that I really don't have to play. I'm not going to try and play in this position because this is not a good position. Someday, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Katakis. Hey, Tony, good to see you. Tony, for those of you that don't know, Tony is an old colleague of mine for my paying gig, which, Tony, I don't tell people what I do, just so you know. Tony's going, what? Doesn't everybody know what he does? No, I don't tell everybody what I do. So, but Tony is from the paying gig. Let's see. Let's do, that looks good. Let's do, oh, there it is. You asked for it, Tony. You got it. So here we go. We're going to load this one up. I don't either. Good. I'm glad. So you can see we got this really cool little skin right here. You can go through and you do have some options here. I can't tell what's going on. We'll go to trainer here. Looks like you need a number 2. So let me do, now to do that, there is a keyboard, on-screen keyboard, at least I think. We do this right here. Nope, that's not it. Let's see if I can remember. Now it gets kind of busy. I'm trying to figure everything. Oh, there it went. Unlimited lives. I'm not sure we can. I think we're going to need our, there we go. We're going to need this. Let's do our, where's the return? There it is right there. And we'll do, there we go. I'm just hitting the defaults through everything. And we'll close that out. And we should be, press the Commodore key to level ship. So now I've got to go back to here. There's the Commodore key over there. Hopefully you can see. Oh, there we go. And let's see if that gets us. Space fire to quit or run stop to reset. Use keyboard or joystick import. Okay, so this is with this crack screen. It is a little more difficult. Let's go ahead and did it say run stop? Oops, wrong one. Well, so this is the problem when you have a keyboard and you don't have a keyboard. Let's see. Use keyboard or joystick import to space fire. Space fire. Okay, let's try that. Space or fire. I've tried fire. That didn't work. Let's go down here. You can switch the joystick too. There is a way to do that. All right, there we go. Got it. For some reason, I'm not getting the sound I usually get. There it is. You guys hear that? Now, some games, when you load, you hear the floppy disk sounds, which are really cool. All right, let's see if we can F1 for player 1. Tony, you picked the most difficult one for me. Let's see if we can get this going here. There we go. Now it's working. So you can see, well, I'm horrible at it, obviously. And I'm trying to play and watch on the screen at the same time. All right, so you get the point. So the other thing I love about it, it's easy to exit. Just hit this right here, scroll down here, exit. But look at some of these options: net play, advanced menu. If you want to change some of the emulator settings, it is pretty cool. Oops, I hit the wrong. Oh, there we go. And then it goes back. The other thing I like is turning it on or off is just to this right there, and it's done. So there you go. There is the TrimUI Smart Pro. Let me show you the back here. Right there. So pretty cool. I will get a link if you guys are interested in that. And that is really a sweet little device. That doesn't come with the case, but they were kind enough to send me the case. Again, more on this. What I'm doing is I'm playing it for a week. I'm jotting notes so that I can put some things in the script, and I'll be a lot more focused, obviously, in the finished video. So yes, it has a save state, which is really awesome. As a matter of fact, the game probably does, but also that device can save states for any game, which is amazing. So I could go on it. That right there is a whole live stream by itself if we wanted to. Although I wish I could get the screen out and capture that. That'd be cool. Anyway, let's get checked up. Oh, Matthew, thank you so much. I missed that. I'm so sorry. Thank you so much for the super chat. That will definitely help offset some costs that are happening right now. There's a couple of things, as a matter of fact, for the Atari 800 I can use that for. So thank you very much for that. Yes, the link, we talked about that. The VIC, that's what I couldn't tell, Neil. You saw it on there. It just says, it's got a picture of a Commodore VIC-20, but it says 8-bit. I dug in there. None of those look like VIC-20 games, though. However, with most of these systems, if you put the right ROM in a directory, it generally activates that particular emulator, especially since Vice is already on here, that should do it. So I'm going to play around with it. I am going to dig into the SD card and see what we can do with that. So again, I want to thank you, Matthew, whichever you go by, for that. I don't think I've heard the blissful tones of a Pokey in from my home computer. There you go. So it's the little things in life, right? So thank you for that. Let's see, anybody else? Oh, Clockwork Planet, great to have you here. Thanks for joining us. I think this is your TrimUI. Yep, TrimUI is it. The Smart Pro, thanks for joining us. I think this is your first, I don't think you've been in a live stream before. I think it's your first one with us, so good to have you here. Evil J says they are reproducing the real C65 GS experience where people forgot the games they ported need a keyboard. I know, right? At least that has the on-screen keyboard. And as you mess around with it, it does get easier. I will say that. I'd like to see a live stream on the TrimUI if you do want to. Well, stay tuned. Maybe we'll do that. Look out for the prepared video first. What are our numbers? Oh my goodness, look, some of you have got me up to 94. Thank you for that. Let's see, fingers crossed. Hope it, Van, take a Bluetooth. Oh, Bluetooth. It does not, my understanding, it doesn't have Bluetooth, but I'll take a look at it. I also do want to plug in a USB keyboard. It has two USB-C ports, one for power and one for data. So I'm going to play around with that a little bit and see if that's an option. I'm also curious whether that USB-C has any video out on it. Most of these devices aren't that sophisticated, so I'm not holding out hopes on that at all. All right, so great, super. So things are going all right so far. Let's see how many folks we have. Oh my goodness, we got 22 of you watching, which is great. I just heard something sound like it fell. So I'm gonna do that thing right now. I hate to do that, but oh, my 3D printer just stopped. Okay, never mind, we're good. I heard something go clunk, and I wasn't sure. So I do have something on the 3D printer. If you're curious what I had in the 3D printer, well, that's just for my Discord users. If you're interested in Discord and how to join that, we'll talk about that in a little bit later. Yeah, I know, Ms. Love. 22 watching and only 6 likes. Everybody hit those like buttons for us. We need to do that. All right, before we dig into the Atari 800, by the way, for those of you, this is your first time with me, welcome, and welcome to a scattered live stream, because it's purely, you know, I have a few notes that I have on my Kindle Scribe, but it's purely kind of stream of thought. So thanks. Oh, as a matter of fact, I need to check off some things right here. So, all right, let me get that checked off. We've done that. We've done that. Oh, now we get to do this. All right, so here's some things that we have. Let's go ahead and we will bring down the top down. A couple of things that have been sent my way and or ordered. Okay, so honestly, these packages have been sitting over here since the last live stream. So I'm even trying to remember what I ordered. I'm not even sure what this is. This is from, I think this is from Adafruit. Yeah, let's just rip into it. Why am I? Oh, I just ripped into my receipt. Let me get that out of here because that'll have an address on it. And let's go ahead and see. I do not remember what I purchased. What are these? Oh, yes, I do remember what I purchased. Okay, these were finally available. Now I've got garbage all over me. These were finally available. These are the Raspberry Pi 02Ws. I needed a couple of these. And so these are already have the pins on them, which is nice too. So you've probably seen, I've been talking a little bit. These are the 2s. This is the 1. So I've got some ideas for the 2s a little more powerful. This is the one that's probably going to go in my, to the chat earlier. This one is going into the PiDP 8 that Jamie and I keep saying eventually we're going to put together. I have other plans for these guys right here. So that was something. I'll put that over here with my Raspberry Pis right there. So keep that right there. Yeah, that's right, Taro. You can never have too many Pis, both regular Pis and Raspberry Pis and Raspberry Pis. Those are pretty good too. Agrees with Taro. There, you can't have enough Pis. Yeah, that's right. What are your plans for the Pi 2s? Marson wants to know. I'm not going to tell you. So just hang on to it. Well, I can tell you one of them. One of them is, I do have a case. I want to do a traveling, well, let me not say anything. Because what I've noticed is you say what you want to do, and then sooner or later, somebody else beats you to the punch. And I don't know if that's because they saw somebody say something, YouTube is just, you know, it's the Wild West out there. And if you say what you're going to do, somebody might hear that and say, oh, I want to do that. And then they do it and they post it and then they've got it up before you. For instance, and I'm not saying this is true, but if you look at Perry Fractic's latest video, you'll see he does something on Vision OS and the C64 case. We did a live stream on that months ago, doing that same thing. And he creates a video and he gets, you know, 100,000 views and I get 300. So, you know, well, I'm sure, you know, there's quality and all that other stuff, but mine was a live stream. His was prepared. I get it. But he's got it. But again, it's just one of those things that seems like when you say it, it comes out before you're planning on it. So anyway, that's not a very good answer, is it, Marson? I'm sorry. That probably wasn't great. Now, this next one I'm really excited about. This is, these are cool. I'm super excited about these. Is everything okay here? I'm just like stalled or something. Yeah, we're okay. Oh, whew. Here, a little worried there. Now you get this nice view of what we're talking about today. These are, I've been excited about these, and these have sat in there for a while. Got my little trash can right here. I'm getting more organized. I have a little trash can down here now. That is a new 7800 pad. We'll talk about that too. All right, so here's this. Let me throw that away. Let me get this out of the way so you don't see my edge. Look at this. These are so cool. Saw these online. Someone else bought one for their Mega 65. I reached out to the person on eBay. They were so kind. I ordered three. I ordered one for the Mega 65, the 128, and Chris, you're going to love this, the +4. What was really fun was I ordered one for the +4, but it didn't have the little stitching. They reached out to me and said, we'll put that on there, no charge for you. We'll add that. And because you ordered three, she really reduced shipping for me, which is nice. Check this out. This will go on my Mega 65. As a matter of fact, I think, folks, I think we can do this together. You ready? Let's do this. All right, right here. Got the Mega 65 right back here. Got our little cover. Let's see how it fits. All right. The other thing is I love, you know, I got this mic so you can hear me. Let me go ahead and, oh, it's nice and tight too. So it needs to stretch, which is actually perfect. You can see what I'm doing over here, right? Okay, all right. And there, oh, wow. Look at that, guys. Now that's pretty nice. I do have a disc in here. That's what's causing that to bulge. What do you think? Fits like a glove. Exactly, Phil. Check that out. There you go. So that will protect my Mega 65. I'll put that right back here. And I'm pleased with that. I am very, very pleased with that. Look at that. Sharp, slick, isn't that right? So again, I have one for the +4. The +4 is over there. And I have one, I love this one. I wish I had one of these back in the day. One for the 128, you can see that's a lot bigger. And the 128's over there. So I wanted to check these out. I suspect that I will be getting more of these over time. And I think they're only, unfortunately, I think they're only focused on Commodore. I don't think there were any other. I'll have to look at that, but really good. Very nice. Good idea for systems you're not going to use every day. I agree. I think they are just fabulous. Great quality too. I really like them. Highly recommend. I should probably put the link somewhere for you so you can get them, shouldn't I? Yeah. Let me put those over here for now. All right, we'll drop those right there. Ooh, I got a little bit of a cluttered mess over there, don't I? We'll have to fix that. All right, so, and then the last thing, and you've seen this before, this one came in. This is our latest magazine. All right, let's break it out and let's see what's happening in the world of Zap 64. By the way, a new cover mount. If you're not familiar with what cover mount is, I did get the new cover mount. Let me see, anything else in there? Let me make sure I don't throw something away. This is the new Zap 64 edition of Zap 64 right there. So as you know, along with this, you get the digital collection of demos and games called Cover Mount. I do have that downloaded. If that is something you enjoyed the last time we covered those during the live stream, please let me know. This is the point too where I want to say to Mr. Landfill, thank you so much. Mr. Landfill has donated a C64C to the channel. and I am currently in the process of getting it cleaned up. He also was nice enough to let me borrow, very, very pointed borrow, be careful with that, a 256 kilobyte RAM expander for that. So once I get it all put together, and then I'm going to put the Ultimate 2 Plus cartridge on there. And I thought that going forward will be my demo machine for things like cover mount and C64 games. I'm excited to get that thing together because I've been demoing C64 on other than C64 hardware, typically using my Mega 65 with the C64 core or the C64. Now I have original hardware. So I'm really excited about that. All that to say, here you go, we got a magazine. And so what we like to do for here is we'll just take a quick look through the magazine together, see what they're featuring in this. And of course, as you know, Perry Frantic is, or Very Frantic as I like to call him. Christian Simpson is the editor for this over there at Retro, what's his channel called, guys? Gosh, this is crazy. What is his channel called? Retro, what in the world? Why can't I remember his channel name right now? This is horrible. Retro. I know it's retro something. Retro, it's 2 R's, 1 back, retro recipes. Thank you. There you go. See, I knew you guys would help me. I had the 2 R's and then you guys caught in there right. Perfect. Thank you. So just remember him by name. I know, Tony. So there we go. Zap 64. But what we like to do is see what's going on. And specifically, is there a Mega 65 section? It's been kind of hit or miss here lately. Looks like there's no Mega 65 section in this edition, which is kind of scary. We'll look through here real quick, but you can see we've got here, got welcome, got the cover mount stuff right here. These are the things that come on the collection of software that you download with a subscription to this. Again, I love this magazine. It is so much fun. You get some great game ideas, things you want to try, old games, new reviews of old games, where they kind of compare their old ratings with their new ratings. I dig that. Here's some more right here. So it's just like in the 80s, looking at a magazine. And of course, if you wanted to, you could absolutely pause this and read this whole magazine as slowly as I'm going through here. I would encourage you not to do that. Here's your release radar for titles, which is really cool if you want to know what's going on. Yeah, oh, look at this, Outrun Petsky. That could be fun. If you want to know what's going on in the homebrew world. I'm not seeing one, folks. I do not see a Mega 65 section. It's usually right around in this area. Looks like the Mega 65 is not receiving any love for this edition of, nothing, of Zap 64. Well, so hopefully they'll get something, and there's been a lot going on. I think there would be a lot for them to cover if they wanted to do that. So anyway, still highly recommend subscribing to that. What a blast. That will go in my bag, and some local travel, but that'll go in there. Let me put that up here so I don't forget it. By the way, for those of you with the Mega 65, never fear. I'm still working on Chapter 6. I'm just getting distracted, but I got the script for Chapter 6 about better than halfway done. So hopefully next weekend I'll be recording that. You should write an article for them. I should, but I'm not British. I think it's a thing they have. I think part of their deal is they only let British writers write for them. I think that's the thing. So that's not going to work for me. But yeah, there's a couple of different things we could do for that. All right. So now, having gone through that, let's check my notes here. Now's a good time. Let's see that we can do this right here and share some things. So some of you, as you noticed, we've already had the wonderful Matthew send a little something my way, which I appreciate. But did you know, if you would like, and you would like to have more access to a lot of things that are going on, that I do have a Buy Me a Coffee account. Go to buymeacoffee.com/retrocombs, and I've got some really cool perks. If you come in at the VIC 20 level, you get a few things. One of them is access to our Discord, where you could have experienced Mislov's picture the moment he sent it, because we were all in there and congratulating in the Discord. So if you'd like to join the Discord, that's a cheap and inexpensive way to do it. It's $2 a month. You can do that. You also, and I don't promote this too much because it's not the best value in the world, but if you do like just keep all of your YouTube memberships together under YouTube membership, if you go down below, you can hit the join, and that will get you the the C64 level membership. So you still get that. Access to the Discord and a few other things. You get a little digital support badge, all those types of things. And if you go up to C60 or C60, C128, $10 a month, you get listed in either the video or the video description for all my videos. And then if you go up to the Mega 65, man, that is like you are super uber excited about this channel. There's not many of you that are that crazy. But then you get the wrench like Mislav has, you get the annual Christmas gift that I send out. You get all kinds of stuff. And it's just a great way to support the channel and keep this thing rocking and rolling. So appreciate all of you that already do that. All right, now, what are you really here for? Well, most of you are really, so sound off below. If you're watching and you're in chat and you're only here because of this device right here, let me know in chat. All right, so put it in chat. And what I've decided to do is let's go ahead and just talk a little bit about how I know it's a little off right now as far as, oh, that's because I did this. That's right. I need to do this right here. There we go. I zoomed in for the other thing. Let's talk about where I got this and what we're going to do today. So this is the Atari 800XL that I found in a box on a shelf during Vintage Computer Festival Midwest back in Schaumburg. Oh, there's a little piece of stuff on there. I was really surprised when he pulled it off the shelf because it seemed like it was hardly used. And the longer I spend time with it, the more I'm surprised. And I'll share with you what I mean. But I say that to say also that I know absolutely nothing about Atari computers. Never had one. Always knew people that had one, but never was in even my radar. The only Atari, boy, those are dirty. The only Atari I had was the Atari 2600. I'm trying to think, did I have any other Atari hardware besides the Atari 2600? I don't believe I did. So everything that we're doing today is new to me. The only thing I did to make sure that we had a valid live stream was I plugged it in, turned it on to make sure it worked. It does do that. And then there was also something I learned that I could do to test everything. So I did run a test on it, which brought up a surprise to me. So we'll talk about that too as we go through. But what I want to do is have you, if you are, the plastic peel. Yes. So good that you raised that, Evil Jay. So let me show you what he's talking about right here. The plastic is still on here, and I think it's still on here too. I can't really tell, maybe not here, but it sure feels like it. But anyway, yes. So I saved it for you all. I decided not to peel it off until you were here because I wanted you to see this. So let me grab the Mislav knife. And when I say the Mislav knife, for those of you who've not been around, Mislav sent me all the way from his neck of the woods all the way to me over here, the Swiss Army knife. And I use it for everything because it's cool. But if we come in here, and you can see that the little plastic on, I'm being very careful not to scratch underneath, has not even been taken off. So let me focus here a minute. There we go. I should probably get, there it is. Look at that. That is like, folks, that is a brand new key. Look at this. That stuff was still on there. So that's what amazed me about this computer. I've had this been fortunate enough that I seem to be able to find these computers that are in really good condition. It's kind of, and I think I can get this, let's see. It's kind of like, nope, not that one. It is, where's the studio? There we go. It's kind of like this SX64 I found at Vintage Computer Festival Midwest. Everybody has commented, that thing looks brand new, hardly used, and it is. It is in fabulous condition. I also got lucky with a TI 94A over there that looks brand new. And now we got that same duplicated experience with this right here. So as you can see, I really need to pull all these off. And I know that's not exciting live stream, so I will not do that here. But you can see this one looks like the key's kind of bent up and a mess, but it's really not. It's just that the stuff hasn't been taken off. Look at that. Isn't that fabulous? I mean, this is like unboxing at this point, right? We are basically unboxing an Atari 800XL. So I will get the rest of that done. There's a couple, maybe just, no, that's not even a little scratch. That's just, that could be cleaned up. That's a little something. So, so that's where that came from. It also came with a printer manual without the printer, but it also came with the user's manual, which is really nice. It's in pretty good shape. You can see that right here. I have been kind of looking through that, but I thought what we do is spend just a little bit of time right here and talk about the 800XL just a little bit. So I've not done a lot of research, but the 800XL, my understanding was released in December of '83, right before Christmas. They didn't have enough stock, so it just didn't really take off. The next year in '84, it was hugely popular. I think I read where it was 700,000 of these things. It was the most popular of the Atari 8-bit computers. I believe that's right. And it did have some really unique upgrades from the 400 and 800. Speaking of the 400, I have played with this, of course, on a live stream. This is the 400 Mini. This doesn't really give you the experience of owning Atari, though. While this is kind of cool and you get to play Atari software with it, I do like, of course, that has HDMI. It really would be neat if the keyboard worked and BASIC was loaded by default, but you have to do some funny things with it and that type of thing. So I guess this technically was my first experience with an Atari 8-bit computer, sort of, but that's kind of faux, right? The real deal is this guy right here, right? That's the real deal. So that's what we're learning with during the live stream today. Here are all the things that we have. We have a cartridge slot, which we all know about right here. We'll be using that today. We have, let's see, expansion connector. I believe that's parallel is my understanding. That's a parallel port. We have serial input output port. We have controller ports, which are the standard joystick ports for any Atari, Commodore computer. TV switch, we won't need that, obviously. Switch box jack to plug in and connect cable from the switch. We won't be using those. Would be nice. I would like to see if there was some way to upgrade this with either HDMI. I get the screen coming out, as you'll see, is okay. Oh, speaking of that, I guess I should turn that on before we get going. Is okay, but it could be better. So I don't know if there's something for that. We have a monitor jack, which I'm plugged into. You'll see that. And then the power on and off. And then we've got this whole thing about hooking it up to our TV. We've got checking it out, which the self-test, we're going to do that. I want you to see that. It's pretty interesting. So we'll do that. And then Atari word processor, Atari writer, talks a little bit about the cartridge, software you can get on cartridges, those types of things. How to tell your computer what to do. So a little bit of basic. What it didn't have, though, was a complete basic programming guide. I didn't have that. I don't know if it comes with it. I did read that one of the knocks of the Atari 800 was the lack of really good documentation. So maybe it didn't come with it. It does, though, have this option to get kind of like PET-ski characters, or I guess Atari ski characters, whatever those would be. And then how to get other characters. There's something on here that's kind of weird. I'll ask you all about here in a little bit. So when we get to that, and then also you have program 1. You got a couple of programs in here. If we have time, maybe we'll type in one short one so you can see what that's like. Building a system. So if you want to add all the fun stuff. Now, if Jamie were here, Jamie found another one at Computer Vintage Festival. He won his in an auction. He got some really cool parts for his. So it's not quite as clean, but it's still, he's got a lot more stuff. So maybe we'll hear more from him a little bit later. Ataski? Is that what it is, Evil J? Ataski? Ataski? Yeah, that's really kind of interesting. So the other thing that I have just for today, Tony already asked, this is the remake of the Atari 7800 joystick. I actually kind of like this thing. This is the, let's see what they call it, the CX78 Plus. See that right there? CX78 Plus. Was going to use just the CX, was it 54 Plus? But I decided to use this because 2 buttons. I think some of the games on the Atari 800 will actually utilize that second button. So I thought we'd have that. It is nice. It's not bad. It's got this D-pad, this will screw on and off. You can take that on and off. I prefer it with. So this is in, you can see that right there. Pretty nice. It works. Okay. So that's good. So before we turn it on, let me get caught up on chat, see what you guys have been telling me that I've been missing. Retro recipes, quit drinking water as I pick up a glass of water. How about that, Ms. Love? There we go. Yes, the Spectrum Next got its own mag. As a matter of fact, there is a Kickstarter out that collects the volumes of the Spectrum Next version and the Zap 64 version, if you're interested in that, and includes some additional information It's not something I've been interested in. I kind of toyed with it, but it wasn't anything that really got me. We already talked about that. I'll have to knock an article. There you go, Dave. Outstanding. Get in there and start writing a. TJ has a column in the next mag. Okay, I'm doing my part. Starship Troopers JPEG. Oh, Evil J. There you go. Mislov, Evil J. Mobile Infantry made me the man I. There you go. There you go. That's something Mislov and I share. I was an armor officer. He was mobile infantry. It's close enough. It's close enough. Yeah, you'll man up pretty quickly doing that kind of work. I haven't caught a live stream in quite a while. Just happy to make it to this one. Well, I'm glad you did too, Matthew. Thanks for joining and coming back. Is that the, yeah, we've already done that. I bought an 8-bit Atari to be able to play Moon Patrol. Ooh, I wonder if Moon Patrol, I will have to see if I have access to Moon Patrol. That is a good game for sure. I've had mine since new and only remove the plastic. Really? Wow, that is sometime. Now, buy some new plastic peel and refurbish it to inbox condition. You are just a sadist. You are a sadist, Evil J. I'm not going to do that, but that's funny. I'll give Atari one thing. The system sure looked nice compared to the competition. Here's what I will say. This thing is a beast. This thing is heavy. It's well built. You know, not quite like the 800. And I know it's shifted down a little bit. I should move it, but you'll know why here in just a minute. But it is a beast. It feels substantial. The keyboard is really nice. It's kind of reminiscent of the TI 994A keyboard. But it is, yes, it is a substantial piece of kit for sure. March 84 is when Dave got his. Let's see, while it was never as white as in the picture, I didn't recall them being that white. I will say part of it may just be the bright lights. I've got the studio light going on here, so that could be part of it, maybe brightening it up just a little bit. In 84, I got my C64 smuggled in from Germany. Former Yugoslavia had a weird ban on importing computers. Yes, they did back then, for sure. You should be able to get S-video out of the 800XL, at least if the video out is the same. Oh, I'm not, oh, Tara, that's interesting. I do have S-video input over here too on my capture device, which is one of the reasons I love this thing, but I have to look at that. We talked about that. Yes, it was called Adaski. I'm gonna call it Adaski. Just looked it up. Can't believe I remembered that, as I'm not an Atari owner. Sometimes that useless information just comes out of nowhere, Evil J, doesn't it? Tony says, I am unreasonably furious that the Master System controller is a different 2-button than the 7800 despite everything else being compatible. A lot of that. Tony, I don't know if you've played it all with the TI, but even that pinout is different for the joysticks, and you have to have a different joystick. It's very odd. Some weird stuff. Buy an AVG cart. Well, hold that thought. Hold that thought, Xander. Xander, did you welcome us a good morning, noon, night, eve like you normally do? Maybe I missed that earlier on, but I just want to make sure you did that. If you haven't done that, make sure you get that in there. We can't not have a chat without that going on. LumaCode will give you HDMI on any Atari 8-bit. You may also want to consider VBXE, which will give you some extra video modes. Hey, Sarah Olmy, thank you so much. Appreciate it. It's been a while since you've been on our live stream. Thanks for joining. I wonder if they make a SIO to SD. I think they do. I think I was researching and that was there. Here's Greg. Hey, Greg, I think this is your first live stream. Thanks for joining. Greg says for the 800XL, you need to make a minor mod to the board for S-video. Ooh, I might be out on that. The other thing, I don't know, are you all aware that somebody is trying to remake the Atari 800XL in FPGA? Hardware looks identical, but it does have HDMI on the back. Name escapes me. Somebody find it in chat, let us know. I'm sure you guys know, but I was just reviewing that a couple of days ago and I went, oh yeah, I'd forgotten about that. That would have been nice to have too, but I think this experience is going to be good too. You can still get the SIO to SD. I need to understand what that is. I need to look at that, and I'll try not to smack my mic again because I'm sure that hurts your ears. Apologies. The XE and the 800 are the only ones that came with S-video out. Okay, good to know. Didn't know anything about the button signaling. Yeah, there you go. Now you do. When I said minor mod, it was a little, oh, okay. Just one wire to connect. Well, that's easy. I could do that. I say I could do that. Greg, if you've seen my live streams and my mods, you know that stuff just always goes 100% smoothly for me. Never. Gotcha. Evil J, Tony to Evil J. It uses a weird resistor thing for the second button on the 7800. They did this so both buttons would act as a single fire button. Oh, that's interesting. Did not know that. Okay. All right. So let's turn this thing on, shall we? here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna flip over to a different view here. We're gonna see how it goes. Oh boy, here we go. I haven't done this in a while. Hopefully this will work. I'm gonna flip to this view right here. Oh, that's not bad. All right, let's zoom this thing back out. Whoop, wrong way. There we go. So now you've got a view here. You'll be able to see the keyboard. You'll be able to see me, and then hopefully you're gonna be able to see the Atari over here. So let's turn it on first and make sure it is still working. All right, here we go. And boom. All right, so let's give it just a second. And there we go. So just like most 8-bit computers of the day, let me see, what did I do with there it is. Let me see if I can get rid of the little banner for my capture card. Boom, there we go. So, hey, that looks pretty good, doesn't it? This is pretty good. Hey, let me know what you think about, oh, there it is, a Revive machine. Thank you, Ms. Love. That's it, the Revive machine. Ms. Love put the link in. Make sure you check that out. That is one, I would not be sad if they wanted to send one over and let me just run it over. I would not be sad at all. That would be really cool. So here we go. Let me know if this is okay. I can, if you needed, I could do this right here. Let me show you what I mean. I can do this view right here. So if you prefer that, let me know, but I kind of like this too. So just let me know what you like. Okay. So, we can move back and forth of them between them if we need to. Yeah, that's a really clean AV signal. I think it is. It's not bad, right? Let's go back to that larger screen. Yeah, let's go back to that larger view just so you can see. So I am running it through my Cloner Alliance capture card, which really does a good job. It doesn't do any upscaling. I will say that it's not doing anything with it, but I was surprised at how clean that was. And so I'm just going through the DIN connector through my capture device with RCAs. So that's how we're getting there. So I thought it was probably important that I shared that with you so that you knew what was going on. All right. Yeah, Evil J just evidently looked at the Revive machine. Yes, it looks really cool, doesn't it? That is nice. Okay, so everything works. I'm going to, let's try something here. I think I can do this, right? I don't know if this works or not. Oh, wrong one. And getting used to these keyboards. So there you go. There's the free memory available right there. So 37902. So this is a 64 kilobyte machine is, I believe, the way that works. So BASIC is using a large portion of that. So that's a command. But check this out. This is really what's interesting. I'm going to turn off the power. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold the Option key. And that's going to bring up a little test for us. So let me turn this off. I'm going to hold the Option key. I'm going to turn it back on. Why didn't that work? Let's turn it back off. Hold Option. Turn it back on. I was sure that was what it was. Hold on. Did I mess something up? Let me go back to my instructions here. Start a self-test by holding down Option while turning on the computer or by typing buy when BASIC says ready. Oh, I can type buy? Oh, let's try that. Buy. So hey, we just learned something. I did not know that. So now you have learned if you need to get a self-test, you can do that. And what I want to do is I want to do a memory test. So let's hit return. Let's see. You don't hit return. That's right. You move down, make your selection. And the cursor is really, you have to hold control and cursor down, or let's see. Let's go ahead and hit select or start. Let's do start. There we go. So we're going to do a memory test here. And while it's doing that, let's check in on chat. Don't mind us. We get sidetracked from controller tech in here. There you go. Let's see. We talked about that. That's good. Yep, does look clean. Wow, faithful reproduction for sure. Maybe it needs a peel, which you removed, by the way. Yes, I know. Hit select. Oh, there we go. Somebody knows what the heck is going on. Thank you. Hit select. Hit select. Got it. Thank you. Appreciate it. And this is why I love live streams, because I get you all in here and you teach me so much. It is so valuable. So we're running through the RAM test. We're going to let this finish for just a minute. So while it's doing that, let me share what else we're going to do. The other thing I did get while at Vintage Computer Festival Midwest was this guy right here, the 8-bit PicoCart instruction manual right there. So it is in the bag and loaded. We are going to plug that in and see how that goes. So that's part of what we're going to do today. Tony says, I got my first Atari 8-bit recently as well, a 1200XL. Had to order a new keyboard membrane from Best Electronics, which is an event. I bet that was. The 1200, that was kind of an interesting device. That one was the precursor, I believe, to all of these. Didn't sell well, but it was a little longer, bigger, and then they came back and did the 800. Tony, what kind of memory is in the 1200, by the way? And then Greg says, my favorite is the FujiNet. Oh, a FujiNet for Atari 8-bits. I need to get that. I don't know where I would get that. I will have to check that. Love FujiNet. So I need to figure out where to get a FujiNet. I think they were selling them at Computer Vintage Festival Midwest, but I was not smart enough to search for one and buy one. So that's not good. Greg says the 1200 had 64. Okay. The cart, that cart is awesome. I was considering trying to make something like it for another system. If there's someone who could, it would be you, Evil J. Tony Toon, 48K, I think. Oh, it doesn't have the basic. Really, basic is not built in. So Greg's thinking it has 64. So you guys can battle that out and check that out. Also, you could do the same thing I did, which is just do print free 0 and see what kind of memory you have in there too. That would probably be pretty good. The 1200 was an interesting in the sense that it didn't have a basic built in, which had to be a negative, right? Well, and wasn't it the 400? You had to plug in a cartridge to get basic. Isn't that how that worked? And the 800 too? Or did the 800 have basic? I think the 800 had basic, right? But the 400, you had to plug in a cartridge for basic and then another one for your games. Isn't that how that worked? I don't remember this memory taking this long. I bought one of those cartridges. Good. So let's see how much more time. Is this going to go to another line? If this is going to go to another line, we may just skip. But I vaguely remember running a test and I got an odd result and I wanted to check with all of you, but I don't know that I want to sit here and wait for this. We'll see. The 1200 was the redhead. Apologies to all redhead stepchildren out there. I was a redhead, by the way. I wasn't a stepchild, but way too expensive and suffered from compatibility issues. It had 64K of RAM. You wouldn't believe how many basic cartridges I have. Oh, you got a bunch of those floating around, do you? Oh yeah, he does. He has a bunch of those floating around. We're on the same path here, Greg. I've got to go all, oh, Dave, appreciate it. Come back, watch the remainder of it later. If you want to see what we dove into, we'd be happy to have you take a look at that. Had a dedicated slot. That's what I thought. Sean of Peace. Hey, Sean of Peace. Good to have you here. I think this is your very first retroCombs live stream. Good to have you here. Thanks for joining. Hi, how are you streaming the video from the Atari? Great question. I am going out of the, I think it's an 8-pin DIN, going into my Cloner Alliance Box Pro, which is capturing that through the RCA. And then I'm running that through my ATEM Mini Extreme ISO, which is actually hosting the stream. So I'm not using OBS to host the stream. I am using OBS for some things as part of the stream, but it's not doing the work. The thing that's doing the work is, and I can share with you here, is this guy right here. So I guess I should have done that. So DIN to capture device, you can see the RCA plugs here. The capture device is actually under the ATM since it's at an angle here. That's going in through one of the ports because the capture device has HDMI out into here, and then this is streaming. Don't touch that off button, and that's how it's working. So there you go. Hopefully that's helpful for you. You can kind of see how the magic is done. Let me go back here to boom. There we go. I kind of dig in this screen, by the way. I like this one. Even though it's TI, I know, but it's still kind of a nice screen for this kind of stuff. Were there many or any third-party competing basics? I think there was. I think there was something called Master Basic or something I read online. Jeremy says, I'm behind on the stream, but if the power supply is an ingot, Google check Atari age, stop using it. I will have to do that. It says Atari Model C something or another. I also clip the cable so that they can be used for something else and buy and make a USB power cable. I understand that you can use USB-C, so that's probably something I need to do. Thank you, Jeremy. I was hoping folks would pop in and let me know that what I need to do. And I do know, I think this is a 5-volt machine. I do need to get a USB-C adapter. Somebody's made one, I believe, and then I can plug in just using USB-C and get this big old, let me go back over here, this big old brick off of here. This is the one I have. This is what I'm using right here. So Greg agrees. Hey, Gabor, good to have you here. Gabor's been here several times. Glad you popped in. The ingot power supply is as bad as Commodore. Uh-oh, got to get rid of it then. Do we think this is this one, that one? Can you guys see that? I can't, I can zoom in just a little bit. I can't zoom in a lot, but do we think that's the one you're talking about, let me know. Although either way, I'd rather have USB 5 volts coming in here than whatever this is. So I think that would be better. USB power connector is a super easy fix. Hey, you're very welcome. Good to have you here. Sarah, they're way worse than Commodore. Yeah. Yes, but don't need to rush if it's working. Okay, good. Thanks. Thank you very much. You have to assume it would work for a little while, but yes, I will work on that. Lots of modern upgrades I want to get for this for sure. All right, let's go back and see how our test is. Oh, we're still testing. I don't remember it taking this long. Oh, wait, see that? Do you see that? We got a little block out. Oh no, it's just going back. Let's let it finish that line there. It's done. Greg thinks it's done. We could just roll into the repair live stream. Yeah, we could, couldn't we? It goes on repeat. Oh, okay. So let's go ahead and help to exit. So that is going to be here. That is interesting because I thought I ran a test and it told me exactly how much memory I had in the test. Let me go. Maybe it's all tests. How do I get down there? Select. Let's see. Let's do select. Let's do this right. Yeah, let's do an audio visual test. Here we go. So we'll make sure everything's connected and then start, I believe. There we go. Okay, so there's sound. I think you probably heard that. Let me know if you heard that. There we go. And we will help to exit. So that gives us our audio and visual test right there. Voice 4. And we're back to 1. So we've done that. Let's go ahead and I want to check something here. So that's the same thing we did. Okay, so there we go. We'll stop there. Oh, maybe it was something. Oh, I think I know where it was. Hold on. I think I know what I'm doing. Hearing 5x5. Thank you, Tara. Okay, now let's do this. This is where I'm excited about. Now, so that's just kind of an overview. Again, we have reset, options, select, start, help. These are function keys. Got this great cartridge port. I knew when I brought it home I would want something for that, and I found some folks selling this little guy right here, the 8-PicoCart. So let me go back over here. Let's do a top down right here. We are going to grab this out of the bag. And we have this right here. And we have our instructions right here. So we have right here the instructions we need. I don't think we're going to need to use these, but I do want to show them to you just for a sense of completeness with the live stream, folks. Here's our quick start. This is a device that you can run cartridge files from. I think it has other capabilities too. I've not dug in. I haven't even read this yet. Looks like it does cartridges and ROM files. It does do ATR files. I'm not sure what Atari files are, or the cartridge also has simple support for reading and writing. Oh, floppy disk images. So you can do simple reading and writing of floppy disk images. I'll have to experiment with that. But you can see right here, here are the supported cartridge types. Got some additional information. You can reprogram the firmware if it's working. Don't mess with it, is what I always say, unless you get some kind of huge advance in features. So there's that. Now, okay, let's go ahead and take a look at it right here. And it's got two parts. It's got the cart itself right here. You can see that right there. If I can get it focused for you there. Come on, focus. This camera is not going to focus for me, is it? Come on. There we go. I wanted to get up close and personal there. So what was interesting at Vintage Computer Festival, I noticed a lot of devices based on this Raspberry Pi, or the, not the Raspberry Pi. Well, yeah, the Raspberry Pi Pico. Was it the 2040? Lots of devices coming out. And this little device right here is going to open up just a huge plethora of additional new hardware for these retro computers, to include, I think I saw during a presentation that the Fujinet guys were trying to convert all of their stuff over to the Pico because it was going to be easier, cheaper, better. So that's kind of fun. So on this, what you can do is this will, of course, have some memory on board. You can see I have a USB-C adapter. We can plug that in. We can get access to the storage on here, and we can drop our files on here. This is not an SD card. There's no SD card on here. So this is just going to plug in. All right. So they did something really kind of unique to make this work. It'd be kind of hard because this would be clicking on, see the door would be holding on here. So they created this little part right here that you just kind of do this, and this just holds it open for you. Right there. That's all that does. It just holds the doors open for you. Let me make sure I turn this off because I don't want to plug that in with the power on. And then you take this, and then it says top or front is here. So this side is like this. So then we're going to plug that in right here. And again, you can see that that's kind of handy because it holds those doors open. We'll show you something else here in a minute though. And then we're going to go back here, and then we're going to turn it on and show you what we have. And there you go, the A8PicoCart. How about that? And again, this lets us run all kinds of cartridge software. And again, it evidently has limited support for floppy. So before though that I do that, this is hot off the press or hot off the printer. I mean, this is going on. People in Discord know what's going on. But this is good. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go grab something. I will be right back. Chat amongst yourselves, but I will be right back in just a second. Let me bring up, I think I can. Let's see. Let's bring up a little music for you. And I will be right back. All right, and that was pretty quick, wasn't it? Check this out. This just came off the printer. So this is, I'm excited about this that the timing worked out. The color is not exactly what I was hoping, but it's the closest thing I had. Let me put my printer plate over here. This is the cartridge that supposedly will work for this. I have to do some cleanup. There is a little plate that you can put on here. This is printed on the Anchor Make, and you have, I think it's M3 screws in here to tie it all together. I'm really curious. Let me just see if it's going to fit, okay? I really just want to check this out and see if it's going to fit. So let me turn this off. Now I know we can't use it because I don't have the screws. So let's see what happens here. This is live streaming right here. I mean, this thing is still warm. How about that? All right, so this, oh, look at that. It fits right there. Fits right there. Now, it looks like I'm going to need something, though. It looks like I'm going to need a part for the button, though. Look at that. Maybe I need to check the STL files. There should be a button in there that you can print, and then you can press down. I need to check on that. Probably that won't take long. But you can see this does not look bad. Look at that. So then we wouldn't need this. And then this would go right in here. Let's see if it works. Look at that. There you go. Hey, it works actually. Although again, it doesn't really work because I don't have any way to press the button here. So, and then we can pull it out. So there you go. I printed my own little cartridge case. That's pretty cool. What do you guys think about that? Little bonus. Now it does have the little rigids supposed to match this, but color probably could have been better. And I think I could do a little cleaning up here to make it fit just a little bit better. So there you go. Gotta love the world we live in. When you don't have something, then boom, there you go. This was printed on the, if you want to see kind of, let me get a better screen here. This is printed on the Anchor Make M5. It's not nearly quality. It looks like it rolled up a little bit there. See that? See, it rolled up just a little bit right there. It's not quite up to quality of like a Bamboo, but it's not nearly as expensive either. And one of the things I did appreciate about it, I did have some filament stuck in the print head itself. There was a routine where you could press and it would clear all that out, which is really great because I was struggling trying to figure it out. So anyway, not bad, not bad at all. Pleased. All right. So enough of that. I'll get my screws, and I'll also check and see if there's a little button that I just forgot to print. That won't take long. And let's put this thing back in. Still power off. All right. And let's go back to our cart. And then we'll check on chat here in just a minute too. Make sure I haven't missed something side to front. The other thing I like about the cartridge is I can't mess it up. It'll only go one way. All right. And then let's go back to here. There we go. All right. Let's see. Let me get caught up here just a little bit before we go in. I know I get a lot of grief from some people, and I don't know if you've read some of the comments. They say you spend too much time talking to your community. It's like, well, that's part of what live streams are, is talking to the communities. Just in case people are ever saying that again, part of the reason I do live streams is because we like it to be kind of that feeling like we're at a computer club, right? We're gotten together and we're all talking. So for those of you who don't like that, appreciate it. Everybody has their own taste. Check out my prepared videos. You don't have to worry about me chatting with folks, but I enjoy the chat. Yeah, maybe sometimes I get a little too carried away, but I always learn stuff. That's why, and I want everybody to see what's going on. There's other basics. Basic XL, XE are expanded versions written by the same person who wrote Atari Basic. There you go. There are others. Oh, I saw something about Altera. So Jeremy, I get the sense that you are our Atari pro in the chat. So I think if we have any questions about this Atari, Jeremy's going to be able to help us with it. Here we go. Gumby. It's funny. Pico, what can it do? I know. What can't it do? It's they're running BBC Micro emulators on it. I think I saw a Commodore 64 emulator, or am I dreaming that? But it seems like that's in there too. Greg says, really though, the 800XL is an excellent piece of hardware. The best first Atari 8-bit to get. I do love the 800 though. It's so iconic. It is. And I looked for one of those. But I gotta say, I love the look of the 800XL. I love this industrial design. And it's small. It fits nicely on my shelf over there. It's a good addition. I like to find, it's like I just recently bought an Amiga, and I was specifically looking for an Amiga 600 because it's a smaller version, right? I've not tried the 1200XL. I bet it is a good keyboard. Greg is probably our other Atari expert. So we got two really good experts in here. I appreciate you both joining us today. Purple Picos have like 16 megabytes on them. Do they? That's a lot, right? That's a lot. And more GPIO, I think. I've not seen those yet. I just ordered the Pico Mem for my PC. Oh, really? Oh, I did see that. I saw that at Vintage Computer Festival. I've been using, I saw the Pico Gus in my, I saw that too. That's at Vintage Computer Festival. That was really cool. Looks awesome. You can run Ultima 4 from cartridge. I don't know. I don't know if you can or not. Can somebody else help us with that? You could, we'll see. Maybe Ultimate 4 is on here. So I guess I have to say this. The folks who sold this said that, you know, ready? Here you go. Here we go. You ready? There's cartridges left on there because we have to test them, and that's how we test them. And it's up to you to remove the cartridges if you need to. So, okay. So there you go. There's their disclaimer. My disclaimer is I'm firing it up for the first time. Whatever's on there is on there. And legally, that's where I am. So I'm hopeful that most of it is abandonware. So let's see. FujiNet is insane. Oh, really? I plugged it into my 1200XL and typed in my Wi-Fi password. It had a list of file servers built in. Oh, that sounds really cool. I got to try that. I got to figure out where to get one. Matthew says, so are we going to hypothesize as to what the prior paying gig was? It's not prior. It still might get paying gig, just so you know. Probably. How'd you guess, Matthew? How in the world did you guess? I did not think that anybody would guess that. So yeah, easy, Evil J. What is the go-to RAM expansion for the 65XE nowadays? I don't know. Ultimate 1 meg, best for 8 bits except, oh, okay, good info. By the way, I did find a utility that I can finally download chats from live streams. It's actually an extension. I could not figure out how to do it. So I will be downloading this and gathering all this great information. As a matter of fact, what I'll do is simply throw it to AI and say, pull out all the good information from this live stream about products and hardware, and it'll just do that for me. So I won't have to go back searching. So good use of AI. You wouldn't download a car, but you can download a cartridge. That's true. I might download a car. It just depends. You wouldn't download a cart. Oh, I see what you're saying. There you go. Greg says bank switching. Okay, got it. Jeremy, let's see, something, sorry, your chats are really long, so they're getting cut off just a little bit. Some modern homebrew games and hacks are supporting 2 or more fire buttons using the paddle lines. The 7800 controller didn't use that scheme. Uh-oh. So this maybe wasn't an advantage for this live stream is what you're telling me. Okay, understood. Yes, the Pico can do both C64 and Sinclair. I thought so. Thank you, Tara. I thought I remembered that. I kind of want to do the Sinclair, or not the Sinclair, the BBC, because I've never had a BBC micro. That's something I would like to do as well. Atari experts, is the AV connector the same as MIDI? Ooh, I don't think so. Could I hack up a spare MIDI cable into, I'm going to leave that up to the Atari experts. I don't know that that's possible. But Sarah says, yes and no, the 5-pin DIN connector is the same, but a MIDI cable isn't a good fit for 75 ohm video signals. That kind of makes sense. I actually kind of understood that. There you go. That looks like the oh, great. Okay, well, we'll work on getting that done. The good news is I've got other things that are going to preoccupy my time. So after this live stream, this is going to have to be set aside for a while. By the way, did I mention earlier I'm going to be doing I planned, I hope, if everything goes okay, a Halloween live stream. I usually do those annually. So on Halloween, the afternoon of about the same time, I plan to do something. So if you have ideas for what you would like to see in a Halloween themed live stream, that could be from any of the systems, Commodore 64, Atari. I've got these ZX Spectrum next. What I usually like to do is play some fun games from the day that are kind of Halloween themed. So if you have those ideas, please send those to me at retrocombs@icloud.com. Put them in the Discord if you are a member and supporting the channel and in our Discord, or put them in the chat and I'll try and capture those there too. I'd rather they not go into chat because I like to surprise people when I finally do the live stream about what we're going to be looking at, but it's fine. If you want to do that, that's fine. All right, let's get back to this. So the way this cart works is it will work with the joystick. Check that out. You can move through here and you can make your selection with here. So that one, and if you want to go back, you can hit, there you go. So now to reset, now this is what's really weird. So now we're playing Decathlon, we're not really. But if I reset, watch what happens. It's like a Kung Fu Flash in that whenever you load that cart, that's the cart that's in there. So you have to hit the little reset button, which is why I've got to figure out the reset button on this guy right here. You hit the reset button, then you hit reset, and then you get your menu back. So that's how that works. Now let's look at the, what we'll do is we'll look at what utilities we have first. So we'll go in here and you can see on here, now again, this is not, you could buy this somewhere else. You're not going to have the same selection. These are just the things that were left on here after testing. So you can, again, as I said, you can plug this into your PC, Mac, whatever, and you can upload additional cartridge files. All right. So just so we're clear. So here are, we were talking about BASIC earlier. Here's revision A of BASIC. Here's revision C of BASIC. So you can load those newer versions and update it. This is the CPS Super Salt Diagnostic Card. I want to, we can bring that up. I want to do this MIM check though. I want to hit this. I think this is, there we go. So this is yet another Craig Hamlin production. Let's press any key and do a MIM check. So primary RAM. I did run this one earlier before the stream, and this is the one that confused me. So hold on here. It says you have 12 banks. Here's bank number 1 is okay. Bank number 2 is okay. This is a little faster than the other one. So let's go through here. Let's see. Backbit also has a chip tester and it works. Oh yeah, I've seen the Backbit company. That is good stuff, Mr. Landfill. It's kind of pricey though. Cauldron 2. We did Cauldron 2 and Forbidden Forest in the last live stream last year. So we actually covered those. So go back and check that one out. Forbidden Forest is a good example of how audio design can make or break a game. It's great on C64. Oh, this one, so maybe we could do, as part of a live stream, we could do something that is comparing computers. That could be, although the switching around could be. All right, so it says everything's okay. Press any key to continue. So operating system RAM, built-in basic. So here's the thing that confused me. Look at the top up there. Look at the top. You have a 256K computer. So my question is, does the 8-bit PicoCart add RAM as well? I don't understand that. How do I have a 256K computer when we did a free MIM test and we only had like 34 and some change, thinking it was a 64? So I don't think I was hatched on Halloween of '82. Not surprising. A lot of us were hatched on Halloween. I don't think this adds memory to your computer. Let's see. Now cartridges can add, they added memory to the computer sometimes, right? Is that how that works? But I don't see anything in here that says it adds memory. So that's my question out there, folks. Why does that say 256 kilobytes of, why does it say it's a 256K computer? I'm pretty sure this is not that, all right? So there we go. Press escape to rerun the program. We are not going to do that. Any other key to continue? Test complete. Any key to repeat the test? We don't need to do that. So that's my question to all of you. Why is it a 256K computer? Just curious. All right, let's go ahead and reset and reset. And just one more time in the utilities, kind of show you what we have. We do not have time to go through everything. What time is it anyway? How long have I kept you all here? Are you all, are you still with me out there? I'm looking for something that will tell me the time because retro computers don't tell you what time it is. Oh, we're okay. We're okay. We still have plenty of time. If I go under 2 hours, you know, these things are great. Okay, so we do have an Atari writer. Now, the good thing about Atari writer, I'm guessing that the floppy disk support, the minimal floppy disk support that this device has, probably would work for something like a word processor. So I think that would be okay. You also see that we have a telelink. We do have the I haven't pulled this one up. I guess we could check this out and just see what's on here. 90 minutes. Thank you, Mr. Landfill. So here is another diagnostic test for the 800XL. Press break for menu. Okay, let's hit break. Just whatever break, you know. They don't really standardize on hitting anything. Everything I've tried so far is either hit option, select, reset, help, break. This one's break. Performance test. Okay, so this says XL 64K, which is interesting because the other one said I had a 256K machine. Extend unit test, individual test, change test, show error summary. Let's just do a quick performance test. So press option to change, select to move the pointer, and break for menu. Press option to change. I don't want option. Oh, there we go. Performance test. So there you go. You can, so we won't do that, but you can see that you have all kinds of stuff there. Press start. Why not? Let's just see what happens. This two-way clock. Port box must be installed. If tones heard, test passes. Break for menu. Oh, there we go. I'm not hearing anything. So about halfway done. There you go. So this is good. At least you can kind of get a sense of what's happening on screen. Okay, let's get to the stuff I know you all want to get to. And that is, let's play some games, right? You guys want to play games, right? I'm sure that's what you want to do. So the other thing that you can do that's nice about this cart is normally you have to hold control and the arrow, but on this cart, it just knows what those keys are. So you don't have to hold control and the arrow. It just works. So that's kind of a nice feature. Let's go ahead and hit return for our games. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. This is your opportunity to provide feedback. I am going to kind of go through the menu here. There's a lot here. And I want you to put in some games that you see that you want me to play. We'll play about 4 or 5 of them. And you can see that we can select, go back, X to boot, or escape to find. Oh, we can try and find something. Did I see a Zybex? Let's see if it's in there. I like this. You can search Zybex, B-E-X. Let's see if it's in there. Oh, sorry, we can't play that one. That one is not in there. Now, the key is, remember, had to be a cart game. So only cart games need apply. So for now, because of the other, again, it has limited floppy support. So I'm sure there are other devices that let's play. Maybe Zybex is not that. Greg Kuhn says, Battlezone, I saw that. Arch JPM, is that it, Greg? Arch JPM? Okay, so let's do that. Let's do escape to find. I do like this. This search is kind of nice. Oh, Archon. I'm sure Archon's on here. I'd be surprised. There it is, Archon. We will start there. You guys keep putting in your requests. And I can go back to the list here in a minute and we'll just see rescue on Fracula. Oh, I also want to do, what's the Star Raider? Isn't that one that's supposed to be really good for the Atari? Star Raider 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, I don't know. Let's go ahead and hit return. Let's see, hopefully we got some sound. Are you guys getting sound? I hear a little sound. Star Raiders is outstanding. That's what I think. Ooh, this is a good looking game right here. Now again, these are all new. Oh, I'm sorry, I hit it again. I hit it again. Oh, Chris, thank you so much, sir. You are a scholar and a gentleman, and just a great supporter of the channel. Thank you so much for that. That will help me buy whatever I need for this, FujiNet or whatever. So I will say everything that you guys are putting in to the super chats today and the thanks, all of that will go towards maybe FujiNet. I don't know. I think that's my next one, right? FujiNet is what I'm hearing is probably my next thing. So I'll have to figure that out. So thank you so much, Chris, for that. Really appreciate you and your super chat. That is just super. There you go. That is super. Everybody hit that like button on that super chat. That's great. And I'm going to do a little, there we go. Love that. Thank you so much. Just realized I could do that. Matthew, I should have done that on yours. Sorry about that. So let me pull that off. So this is Archon, and this is a multiplayer game on some systems. I have not played this. I am not going to play it because it is, there's a manual to it like this long. As a matter of fact, I have the manual for Archon on the C64 in here, which is my, Kindle Scribe. I put all my manuals for everything in here. Once I get them electronically, Mega 65, everything. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna see if I can find the Atari 800XL manual and throw it in here. But I do have the instructions for Archon in here. So there's Archon. I don't know if, I guess we hit start. Let's see. Looks like that was right. And then, oh, it's playing itself right now, it looks like. Yep, it's playing by itself right now. So just pretend I'm playing, all right? Yes, Bill Hurd did challenge me to a game of Archon. As a matter of fact, he then cajoled June from I can't remember her channel, poor June. He cajoled her into being his proxy for that game. So yes, if you're in our Discord, you know Bill Hurd. Yes, the Bill Hurd from Commodore. He challenged me to a game, and then Bits and Bytes, thank you, Neil, and then put June. But I think he was willing to play too. We were going to figure it out. I will say this: something's going on. Bill's kind of dropped offline right now. I did talk to June at Vintage Computer Festival Midwest, and got not much of an update, just a little bit of an update. So I'm hopeful that Bill will reemerge sometime. You know, as like all of us, sometimes we just have work or family that gets in the way and it pulls us away for a while. So I think that's where Bill is right now. All right, so there is that one. Now, again, unfortunately, what I have to do is press this. Not unfortunately, it just seems, I wish you could just press reset. All right, so let me scroll up. Minor, let's see, I think there was something. Rescue, oh, Battle Zone was next. So let me bring up Battle Zone. I think it's on the first page here. Okay, so then we've got Battle Zone for 52, really? We have Battle Zone 1983, and then we have Battle Zone 5200. I'm going to guess that Battle Zone 5200 is better than Battle Zone, the original. Can anybody confirm or deny? Which Battle Zone? The 1983 version or the 5200 version? I'll give you just a second while I take a sip of my beverage. The 5200 was basically an Atari 8-bit. So maybe we just use the regular one. Let's try that one, see what it looks like. With just a few bits changed to make them incompatible because Atari, yeah, because Atari, exactly. All right, let's load this one up. I do like a good Battle Zone, I will say that. Again, using this controller. Actually, for this game, this controller is actually good. Press any key to start the game. Let's see, can we do button? It doesn't, we have to press a key. There we go. All right. Oh, it's got the kind of the vector look to it. It's a little dark and a little slow. I cannot even see my, oh, it's really dark. Is it really dark to you guys? I just got killed. Here we go. Mislav, I am not doing us well as a armor, oh, see, as an armor officer, I should be doing much better than this. By the way, did you guys see my World of Tanks video where, oh, I see, it's hard because I can't see. My World of Tanks video where I put together a Sherman model that is licensed by World of Tanks. It's a brick model. It's pretty cool. If you get a chance, check out that video. It is on my Retro Tech channel. So let's sneak over here and see if we get this guy right here. Boom, there you go. I can't see my radar, so I am just shoot and move, shoot and move. Shoot, move, and communicate. That's what we used to say in the armor world. Oh no, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Oh, no, I didn't. How's the sound, by the way? I'll come back and I am not looking at chat right now, so I'll come back and get caught up. Is it me, or do they just pop up out of nowhere? They're not actually coming up over the horizon. They're just showing up out of nowhere. Let's see. Where's my radar? Yeah, so that radar is really hard to see. It could just be because there's a studio light in my way, too. Let's see. You're done. Boom. Gone. So far, so good. I'm doing okay. I'm not sure. Oh, that was that. Did I get it? I did. Good. I've evidently hit my boundaries. I can't go any further. So let me roll around here. I'd say I'm doing pretty good. What do you guys think? So far, so good? Oh, get out of the way. There we go. I'm sorry I have to look over here. I haven't figured out how to get everything lined up just yet, but we will get there. Oh, back up. Don't want to hit that. I thought there was a little more variety in the things that you would shoot. Okay, well, this is not going to be good for you guys because if I play Battlezone, I will be here all day. So there we go, finally. Okay, so that is Battlezone. Very cool. Very, very cool. That's not bad. I like that. That's good. And knowing that the Atari, it was really a direct competitor with Commodore, very similar kind of quality. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Atari had sprites. I think the one thing still, correct me if I'm wrong, Atari guys, though, was for sound, the SID just was still even better than what the Atari 800XL was providing. So something connects to the XL's parallel expansion port. What does? What did I miss? Oh no, what did I miss? Is that the chip tester? Which one is that? Let me get over here. Just a second. We talked about that. Atari Inc. put the 1090 on ice to focus on finishing the 7800 for Christmas '84. Warner then sold the assets to consumer division to Jack Tramiel under the CEO. Jack killed its focus. Yeah, it was not a good time for Jack. The SD and the XE, dang, the character limit chopped that comment up. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Battlezone, let's see, what else do we have? Rescue on Fraculets. Now that sounds fun. Let's go take a look and see if that is an option for us. Let's see, we got a reset here. And rescue on Fraculus. Okay, escape, rescue. Oops, not rescuer. No, backspace. Ugh. Nope, not that. Return. Oh, sorry, don't have that one, Tony. Apologies. Miner 249er. Let's try that one. We do have that one. Here we go. Let's load that one up. We'll do Star Raiders next and see what we have. Got sound good. Electra Glide. Did we look for that one? I don't think we've looked for that one yet, Tara. Let's pull that one up. Okay, here's Miner 249. Oh yeah, we know Miner 249er. Pretty standard stuff. And I will just tell you, again, I'm just pretty bad at this too. I got to remember how to do this. No, I don't want to do that. No, go back here. How do you get up there? Oh, I missed it. Oh. All right. We'll do one more little here. Let's see if we can finish this level out. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish this level because I just don't play it that much. Nope. I knew that one. All right, so that's Miner 249er. How did you like that one? That was good, wasn't it? Let's go ahead and what did I say we were going to pull up next? We said we were going to pull up Star Raiders. There we go. Let's try Star Raiders. Let's see if it's even on here. So let's go ahead and reset. Let's hit reset. Get some weird stuff going on. It just feels like it's not good for the computer. We'll just put in star. That could be interesting. So we'll hit enter. Oh, there we go. Oh, goodness. Look at this. We have Star May, Star Raiders from 79, Star Raiders 2 from 1987. Look at this. We have Star Trek, Star Wars, a couple Star Wars games, Stargate, Boulder Dash from First Star, and Preppy 2 from Star System. So we would like to try, we're going to do Star Raiders 2. This one should push us to the limit a little bit, right? This should be a, ooh, that's nice. You know what? I want to go full screen on this one, folks. Let's do it. There you go. We'll go full screen on this one so you can see what is going on here. All right, so although my screen's kind of in the way, but that's okay. We'll see. Enemy in range. So a little bit, looks like there's a pattern to the method to their madness. Let's see if I can go get them here. Oh, come here, you. This is good. This is quite good. I'm having a little bit of problem with the control though. There we go. But this is really good. Looks like we can speed up. Oh, I saw cities down there. I'm not sure what I'm doing next. If you know what I'm supposed to be doing, I haven't played I remember playing Star Raiders on the 2600 with the little extra keys, which was really cool back in the day. I'm sure I'm supposed to be doing something. I'm not sure what I'm looking for. There's nothing on the radar. Slow down. Maybe I slow down to a stop. Maybe that'll do something. Or am I supposed to press them? Ah, I just pressed spacebar. That got me a menu. Oh, and you can tell it where you want to go. Oh, I see. So we can go to the Xylon Squadron there, I guess. Yep, warping over. Oh, this is really nice. I think I want to get the instructions on this and play this. Xylons. Wasn't that from The Last Starfighter? Wait a minute. Do I vaguely remember that this was supposed to be called The Last Starfighter and then they just changed the name to... Because these look like The Last Starfighter ships, too. I like the way the explosions happen, too. This is really good. This is a good game. I'd play this today easily. Wow. This is pretty nice. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, this was... supposed to be The Last Starfighter, a tie-in, but something happened. I have to go back to Wikipedia and check. I vaguely remember that. If somebody knows, let me know in chat. I'll come back to chat here in just a minute. I know you guys are probably in there just chatting away, and I don't know what I'm doing. So now we've cleared that. Oh, wait, here's something over here. What is that? Am I supposed to shoot that or dock with that? Oh, I think I'm supposed to shoot that. So that's like a boss, I guess. Whoa, he's... This is really... Oh, I'm not doing so well. How do I know? Is there power? Yeah, it does. Oh, there we go. Starfleet all units, Xylons now controls LS. Hey, that's great. Oh my goodness. I won't because that's not what we're here to do today. But that is so good. Oh my goodness, that is really good. Do they make that? They don't make that for the Commodore 64, right? Please, I don't think they do. Let me come back over here before. Let me just get caught up here and see what we're doing. Let's see if you guys thought that was as good as I did. Let's see, the 52, okay, we talked about that. Seeing this makes me wonder why we never got an Elite port. Yeah, really. There's never been the Elite was never ported. That was so good. Elite would be real. I'm surprised. I think this is, I think the Atari 800XL runs at almost 2 megahertz. So it is kind of double the speed of a Commodore 64. So maybe that's also helping with some of that frame rate stuff that's going on. My stupid computer locked up. I should have used my C60. Welcome back. Glad to have you back. I could totally watch YouTube videos if they were animated. ASCII wouldn't bother me one bit. Those would be fun. I'm sure Somebody out there with AI is working on that right now. By the way, Meatloaf Project is helping with FujiNet for the C64. I saw that at World of Commodore last year in Ontario. Jamie and I went up and we learned about the Meatloaf Project and FujiNet. By the way, if you're not familiar, Jamie did post this in our Discord. Again, this is why you all should join the channel and get in the Discord. But World of Commodore is happening again. I'm not going to make the trip this year. That's a long drive. I would like to, but it's also on Thanksgiving weekend for us in the United States. So that's not going to happen this year, but maybe next year I'll head back up to World of Commodore. So for all of those of you in Canada, that is available to you. I think it's December 2nd, 3rd, 1st, something like that, but go check, you'll find it. Rescue on Fractal gave me nightmares when the alien comes to your ship. So that's what we need to do. Did we try it? We tried, didn't we look for rest? Yeah, we looked, we didn't have it. Lucasfilm was firing all cylinders when they decided to make games back in the day. They're still making pretty good games, honestly. The implications of the death animation are horrifying. I've got to see this now. Yeah, I'd put it up there with Elite and Captain Blood for originality. Jeremy says, head-to-head match with Bill Hurd should be a +4 game, and whoever snaps the official plus... Yes, that's good. Historia, yes, it is. You're right. We should. I have one of those. It does not work. The +4 joystick is in there. I've been wondering if I can get in there and fix it. It's one, again, it's one of those things. If I had time, I'd go fix it. I do a video on it and I share it or try. But the paying gig gets in the way. I only get to do this stuff on the weekends, unfortunately. Wii Nunchuck, I should say, not the main Wii controller. Sadly, all Star Raiders were incinerated when they landed on the star. There you go. Tony says, I am remembering correct. So that's probably about the last Starfighter. Looks much better and smoother than I remember. Yes. Matthew said, yeah, that game looks amazing. It does. It's fun. I'm going to say it's fun too. And actually, this was a pretty good controller for it too. Didn't have that, that wrist thing. It's just kind of a casual, felt more modern too, I guess because of the D-pad, and that's probably why too. If you had cable in the 80s, you've probably seen The Last Starfighter more times than anyone. Yes, I watched it, I would say less than a year ago. I just wanted to watch it again. I'd forgotten I remembered the thing pretty much all the way through, no surprises, but there were little bits and pieces I'd forgotten. I keep waiting for a remake of that. I think that could probably work today. They ported Elite to the Apple II. They had no business. Yeah, no doubt. ASCII, I'd prefer Petsky. LOL, I'm sure there's a video. Oh, there you go. Yep. And then Tune, probably a licensing issue. Okay, let's go back. Did anybody have anything else they wanted to see? We've got just a few more minutes, and then I'm going to close this thing out. Let's go back to here, and I'm going to reset, and let's go deep into the catalog. Let's move down and just kind of take a look and see if we find something that looks interesting. If you see something, yell at me, and yelling at me means put something in the chat. And I'm just going to kind of go through here and see Blue Max. I think Blue Max is a subpar kind of shooter with a airplane. That's not Ballblazer. Really, Ballblazer is something you want to see? I do not see Ballblazer on there. Sorry, because it is alphabetical. So Ballblazer is not there. Let's go to the next page. Canyon Climber, Choplifter. I'm not going to do Choplifter. It's been a Defender. Let's get something that's been a little unique. Fort Apocalypse, that's okay. Froggers, we've seen that. Galaxian Hero's pretty good. That's not a bad game. Is Moon Patrol there? Well, let's check. Moon Patrol. If I have to have 2 buttons, I'm not sure how that's going to... Here's Moon Patrol. Okay. Your wish is my command. Here we go. Moon Patrol. Let's see how this works, because typically you need 2 buttons, right? One for up and one for forward. So we'll see what happens. So far, nothing's happening. So do I have to press start sometimes? Oh, yeah, got to press start. It's got the sound. Oh, it shoots them both at the same time. I have so forgotten this game. Slow down too. I've forgotten about if you pull back, you can slow down. Oh, you can hit the rocks too. I guess I've forgotten that. I like the parallax scrolling. That's pretty nice. Not bad. Hey, I'm up to level C. Let's going to get hard here in a minute, isn't it? Yep. Here we go. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, thought I had it. Knew it was going to get... Oh, pay attention, Steven. Oh, short on that one. This is as much fun as you remember, guys. This is a good game. It always was. It's just, it's so different. But again, I really like the parallax scrolling on here. Looks good. I'm not sure if it's the best version of this game ever, but it ain't that. Ooh. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot they can put the bombs down and create craters, and then you have to avoid those too. So gotta remember that. There we go. There you go. Take that. Gotta take that. There you go. Look at this old man reflexes. I'm telling you what, guys, I am on top of it. I think I got through the level. Point E, is that a thing? Time to reach point E. Your time, 91, the average time. Top record, sorry, no bonus. So I missed the bonus. Well, rats. So anyway, there you go. There is Moon Patrol, which is not a bad version, not a bad version of all. Okay, we've got one more. We'll do one more. Now, let's be very, Ford Apocalypse. What? Did somebody, Neil Kerr's the one with the jetpack. That's Hero, Ford Apocalypse. Looking, so you, yes, that has been made for the VIC-20 now. It actually looks pretty nice. You're right on that. Looks like Ford Apocalypse. But before we do Ford Apocalypse, let's just do one more thing. Let's look at the list. We'll go down there pretty quickly, and let's just make sure that, let's make sure Ford Apocalypse is on there. But then also, let's see if, okay, there's Ford Apocalypse. You can see it right there at the end. Let's see if there's anything else. I'm going to go through the whole menu right now. So take a look. And we're going kind of fast. Right now, we're Necromancer. That's supposed to be pretty good, isn't it? I'm trying to remember that game. I don't remember it. Pingo, that was always a popular. Oh, there's our old favorite Pitfall. Robotron, that's Space Egg, Space Invaders, Star Maze, Star Trek, Strategic Operations. That's always good versions of that are a lot of fun too. Similar to what we were just playing with Star Raiders, right? Summer games. Hey, Super Zaxxon. Oh, man, you put Super Zaxxon up. It's not right back there, but man, that's always something. So, and then here's regular Zaxxon. So okay, guys, just because I have to, and then I'll look. There I did, hit it again. I'm going to come back, and then I'm going to come back to see what your option was. So I just want to see what it looks like. I'm not going to play a long time, but I do want to see what Zaxxon looks like. Some versions are really good, and some of them really stink. So I'm anxious to see what this one looks like. This looks like it could be a stinker. Just let's hit start. Well, oh my gosh, it's fast. It's okay. This is pretty much what I predicted it would be. It's not a great version. Super Zaxxon might be better. It's not horrible. It plays fine. Okay, so let's try Super Zaxxon, and we'll jump there quickly. This is nice right here, just because you can do this. And let's just see what Super Zaxxon. This is host taking over right now because I just want to see what it looks like. Start. Super Zaxxon looks better, but the frame rate is horrible. Did you see that? And why is he pointing straight up? Look at that. It's like he's, yeah, this is horrible. This is even worse. I'd rather play the other version than this. It's herky and everything else. All right, so now let me go back over here. And one more game, guys. This is your last shot. Let me go back into right here. No, not there, Steven. You want to go here? There we go. Let's see. Let me go ahead back up here. Sorry, no Ballblazer. Does anyone remember the cave? Yeah, we talked about that. That was Hero. So Ford Apocalypse. Let me reset, because you guys are hearing that music. Ford Apocalypse, that was a good one. Okay, so far, got to go the last day of, got to go to the last day of Pinagogo, but recommend Ballblazer. I don't know what Pinagogo is now. I'm really curious. But got to recommend Ballblazer. Castle Crisis, that sounds good. Tempest, of course, would be good. Yomp Yomp, that is a new game. It's not on there, but that would be a good one if there is a cart version of it. I have seen that. That is a cool game. It's kind of a circular tube that you're rolling a ball through. It's pretty impressive. I do remember seeing that. Ballblazer is 5th. Oh, it was? Did I miss it? Maybe I need to look at that. Atari Micros are a funny one for me. I didn't see the one in the 80s. At least it's isometric. Zaxxon spelled out like it's an arcane. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the 2600 version of Zaxxon, if you ever saw it, it wasn't an isometric view. It was this weird game. It was horrible. That was the one 2600 game I was the most disappointed about. It's a range of machines I've only learned about more in recent years. Oh, Eddie. Hey, Eddie. How you doing? Ron J48 also made Bruce Lee, I think. Good to have you here, Eddie. You have been, I believe you've been on Livestream. It's just been a while since you've been here, so thanks for coming back. Wonder Dog, it's a weird one as technologically and mechanically they seem very ahead of their time. Wonder Dog, which is why they were expensive. The Atari 8-bit platform is a souped up 2600 with a dedicated GPU. Yeah, that's what a lot of people. Did Jeff Minter do the Tempest on Atari 8-bits? Don't know. Good question. Maybe somebody will answer that for us. Okay, so it looks like you guys landed on, is it Ballblazer? Is that what you wanted to see? Let me clear this out here. Let me go over here. Ballblazer. I didn't see it. You guys said it was 5th? Oh, there it is. You're right. It's right there. How did I miss it? All right, last game. This is the last game. Don't leave though. Don't leave. Okay, just we'll finish up at the end, but last game for this. Okay. Oh, wow. That looks nice. If anybody's going to push a system to their limits, it will be Lucasfilms for sure. Let's let this go a little bit and see what happens. I'm not familiar with this game at all. Okay, so we're going to press the button. Nope. Oh, yeah, that did it. Sometimes it's the button, sometimes it's the start button. You never know. Oh, wow. That's wild. Holy moly. What is this? Well, is this like Yomp Yomp only on a, or Yoop Yoop? I can't remember what it is. Yoop Yoop, Yomp Yomp? I don't remember. Is this, so it's a ball rolling, right? Looks like we do have to hit start. Okay, 3 minutes. Here we go. What do I do? I go forward. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Anybody know what I'm supposed to do? Am I just looking for the posts? This is impressive though. I like the way it fades. I don't know what I'm doing. I have no earthly idea what I'm doing, guys. Let's see. Everyone do the Ballblazer dance. Yeah, it's like first person. Oh, one-on-one soccer. So do I shoot the ball in the goal? So the am I playing against the computer? Because I don't feel like I'm playing against anybody. And what are these? I need some instructions. I'm not gonna lie. I think this would be a blast, but I need some instructions. And if it's a yeah, I bet it's defaulted to 2-player. Yeah, that's what I think too. It would be a really fun 2-player game though. I can see why this is impressive. Technologically, this is pretty impressive too, given that we're doing kind of like that 3D space. And again, every time I kick the ball, I'm not sure what's happening. But anyway, very cool. Good recommendation. Let me check on. Definitely let me check on some instructions for that and do that. All right, so there you go, folks. There is our look at the Atari 800XL that I got at Vintage Computer Festival Midwest with the 8-bit PicoCart, and you even got to see the case that I need to put together for that. So a lot to cover. We did a lot. When we did all that in about 2 hours. Some of you know that's about what we do, about 90 minutes to 2 hours. This one's going to go just a little bit longer, but there's a lot of good stuff, I think. At least I think it was good stuff. So let me know down in chat what you thought. If you would, do me a favor. We've had several of you join us today. Also want to thank again my two folks who gave super chats, Matthew and Chris. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Again, that will go to help me fund additional items for this device. Again, probably FujiNet or the ISD, whatever. I'll figure it all out. Got a lot to learn. I'm really kind of digging the Atari 800XL. I think it was a great purchase. Also, don't forget that I need your recommendations for a Halloween live stream. Those of you that are supporting the channel and are in the Discord, make sure you drop those in. You can DM me directly if you'd like. I guess I should say this too. If you're on Discord, but you're not a member of the channel, you can still DM me. So you can find me, retroCombs. You can do that as well. Or again, I do have an email address, retrocombs@icloud.com, so that you can send me your ideas and suggestions. This has been fun. I am looking forward to getting the rest of this plastic off of here. Mr. Landfill, the next actual hardware project I have, as I mentioned earlier, is the C64C, getting that wound up and ready. I'm looking forward to that, get that music going off the back end. So you've got that. Again, take a look at my retrocombs-tech channel. Looks like we gained some subscribers. That's cool. We might even meet 100 by the end of the day, possibly. If you're not over there, you get to see some of the fun stuff I've done over there with some pop culture toys, tech, that type of thing. But again, over here on this channel, we're going to start focusing just on retro stuff. All right. So thank you for joining me. Let me just check and see if there's, I always like to do a last follow-up on chat. Yeah, that's your opponent. You all are still telling, well, you were telling me. Split screen is always impressive. Yep, sure is for Ballblazer. I love the look of the 600XL. 600XL is really nice. It's a little shorter, smaller. It looks like a good device. I think the 800XL, I think this was a good purchase. I think I nailed another fabulous looking device that's working really well. So super proud that I was able to find one of those. With the keyboard and the top mounted cartridge slot. Yep. Eddie Wolf and the Antic makes that almost trivially. I need to look at the Antic. What is the Antic? I need to research that. Again, I'll pull all this chat down. Also, I owe you some links, right? I will try and get the links into the video description later on today. I typically always try and put time codes back in after the live stream too, so that you all can jump around. If there's something you want to see or go back to, maybe you're coming in late, whatever, you can jump around. And again, feel free to share the live stream with others. Help me get the word of the channel out. That's always appreciated. Yeah, I never had one, but my friend did. Always fancied getting one. Really solid, some great games. Slay Radio occasionally plays Romeo. Oh, Slay Radio. Yes, I've heard of them. Eddie Wolfen, thank you for the live stream. Oh, well, thank you, Eddie. I don't know about well done. I think we had some fun, though. Again, going for that kind of computer club vibe where we're just kind of hanging out, chatting with each other, learning a little bit about something new. If there's something you would like me to do during a live stream, please send that to me, too. I am open to suggestions. There are some weeks where I struggle. And for those of you that are with me, you know I try and do a live stream every 2 weeks. Again, I had this break where I didn't, so apologies for that. You might get lucky between now and Halloween because I do a Halloween live stream. What's the date today? That may be our next one. You might get 2 more before the end of the month, but I am open to additional ideas. I do have some other ideas for live streams in the back of my mind, but we'll do it. Always want to try and do something interesting. We could probably just come in and just chat and be okay, but I think we always need to have a subject. I think that's what makes it fun. Atari missed out a lot on Ocean License. Yes, those were some good games. Can't load my Discord, trying to figure it out. Come on, Phil, join us. We miss you in there, man. We'd love to see you join us. If you need some, it's probably just a matter of getting your account. I would reestablish your account. Don't worry, even if you have to change a new account, I will get you in there because you are a supporter. So we'll definitely get that taken care of for you. You're very welcome, Taro. Neil, just do it in your browser, Phil. We do everything in our browser. Everything is done in our browser, and that sure doesn't sound nice, does it? But it is. The Antic is like a proto copper chip, the Amiga. Oh, I got you. Antic is the GPU. It's programmable, and its job is to force feed data to the JITA or the GTIA. Do you have a BBC Micro Acorn? Oh, I do not. So here's what I have in my collection. Although I'd love to have either one of those. They're very British though, and I just haven't. So I'm gonna go through, here's what I have. Oh, I do have, I gotta be careful, I don't want to mention too much. I have a C16, thanks to Jamie. I have a C128. I have a Commodore C64 bread bin. I have a C64C, thanks to Phil. I have a ZX Spectrum next. I have the VIC-20, which is the VIC-20 variant of the C64. I have a TI-994A beige and TI-994A Chrome or Silver Edition have an Apple IIc, which really needs some love and attention. That's probably the weakest link of the new things I got that was in really good shape. But I do have, I have one of the things you can plug into the back, and I don't remember the things to it. I do have one of the little monitors, but I don't have the stand for it. I need to get the stand. I have an Amiga 600. I have a Commodore Plus 4. I have several Atari 2600s. I've got everything in the mini line, the A500s, C60. I've got all of that. And then, of course, I have my beloved Mega 65 and now the Atari 800. So that's what's in my collection. I have ordered, Wonder Dog, you're so funny. I have pre-ordered the Spectrum. It is on its way. I did have to order that from overseas, so I had to pay a little extra for shipping, which is too bad. It's supposed to be, oh yeah, there you go. It releases at the end of the November. Yep. So I wasn't sure if I wanted to because I have the ZX Spectrum Next, but I have every other retro games title or every other device. As a matter of fact, I think I can show you. Yeah, no, I do that every time. Right here, you can see my little C64 Mini, the C64 Mini and the A500. And then all my cartridges are up here, which I guess I'll probably put this cartridge up here once it's done because I like to keep all my cartridges up there for my devices. And that way, if we need one during a live stream, we can quickly grab one. So I've got to get the screws for this though. So those are all the devices that I have right now. Fully functional rubber keyboard, etc. Oh yes, yeah, that I am. Oh, is it? Is the keyboard actually supposed to work? I guess, you know what? Maybe I didn't know that. That will be nice. That will be good. Yes, Wonder Dog, the rubber buttons will be worth it for the, yes, that will be good. You could do a fun comparison of the C64 versus Spectrum. Oh, that could be fun. Yeah, I kind of like that. That's a good idea. Wonder Dog, fully functional and rubber keys don't really go together. Well, they kind of do. Yep, the keyboard is fully functional. I will tell you one of the other things I do want to do is I do want to compare. And see, here I go. I'm going to say it, and somebody's going to beat me to it probably because I'm going to say it, but I'll let y'all know. Nobody ever gets this far in the live streams anyway. They always give up after about 30 minutes, except for the hardcore. I do want to do a video comparison of the ZX Spectrum and the Mega 65, and not necessarily the software, but the comparison of these two new modern retro versions, because there's a lot of things about each that I wish the other had done. And I think that would be a really fun kind of comparison. So it'd be a hard comparison, but I've got some ideas, so I'd like to do that. But again, not enough hours in the day. So, hey, Max, good to have you. Max just popped in at the last minute and we're done. How about that, Max? The next. Yeah, I've got the ZX Spectrum Next second. As a matter of fact, I've got a Raspberry Pi over there. I've got to get together and put into that before I compare the two because the capabilities aren't complete. For whatever reason, I ordered the ZX Spectrum Next 2 and didn't ask them to go ahead and pre-populate it with the Raspberry Pi. I don't know why. I should have. I didn't. So I need to solder some pins on that and get that going. So there you go. There's that. All right, that is it. That is it. So thank you all for joining one last time because I feel I need to do it. Don't forget, go over there, buymeacoffee.com/retrocombs. Join us at least the $2 level so you can join the Discord. Some really great stuff going on in the Discord. Evil Jay just keeps us rocking and rolling in the Discord with great information. Also, Jamie, if you support Jamie over at Jamie's Hack Shack, which by the way, his stuff usually comes scrolling up here too. If you're supporting Jamie, he also has a channel within my Discord, so you can go over and interact with him on his projects. Evil Jay and Jamie are talking a lot of tech and deeper dives into hardware, which I love that on the channel because that's not really my space, but it's a great place. So again, join us in the Discord. You'll have a lot of fun. I guarantee it'll be worth the less than a coffee a month that you have to pay to get in there. It is a valuable place and good to go. And I also kind of filter out all the Mega 65 stuff, and we only put just the good stuff in there. So there you go. That's it for me. I am out of here. Let me get my buttons here. I'm going to press end show. retroCombs out. See you guys next time. Thanks for joining. This was fun. I enjoyed it. Hopefully you did too. See ya. Bye, guys.